Hello everyone, I hope that you are doing well. In this series of videos, we are going to talk about bash files, bash script files. What are they, when do we use them, and why do we use them? Generally, bash files are files that contain the commands that normally we use on the command line of the Linux. For example, we have ls command that shows the files and folders that we have on the past, or we have print working directory that shows the path that we are in. What if we want to have them in order and execute them one after another? In this case, we create a file which is called a bash script file, and then we put the commands in the file and we execute the file. So they are going to be executed one after another. For example, I'm going to make a file and put the commands on that file and run the file. To do this, we can use any text editor such as Nano to create a file. We name it anything we want. The suffix of the file is important. We call it SA. Then we can run this file to execute the commands that we want. So I'm going to create the file. This is the bash file. The most important thing is that the first line of the file should be like this all the time. Any bash file that you are going to make, it should contain this first line. Then you can put any commands that normally you run on the Linux command line. For example, ls. I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to run it. For running a bash file, you use bash command. Then you use the name of the file. As you can see, we have one file and one folder in the past. So it is going to show the folder 1 and the example file. If we want to add more commands, for example, we add print working directory command. So we go to and run the command. You can see first the ls command has been run, and after that the print working directory. So in a nutshell, a bash script file is a container of the commands that normally we run on the command line or the terminal of the Linux. We put them in a file and they are executed one after another. If we want to add more flexibility, for example, we want to show a message, we can use echo, which is a command like print, and we can write any text that we want to be shown on the terminal. Now if I run the file, so you can see that the files, the commands have been run one after another. What if we want to make the file executable and we run the file directly without writing the bash command? In this case, we can use chmod command plus x and the name of the file. Okay, so I should use the sudo. So in this case, the file is going to be an executable file, and we don't need to write the bash command before it. Just we are going to write / name of the file. You can see that the bash file has been run and the commands have been run one after another. So a bash file is a file that contains Linux commands that we put in the file. It is a container and the commands are run one after another. In the next videos, we are going to add more flexibility to this file.